and authority of all 10 horns, all 10 kingdoms in this world, he's going to become the one world ruler. In Daniel chapter 8, we have a vision of a ram and a he-goat. The ram symbolizes the Medo-Persia, same as the silver in the image and the bear. The he-goat symbolizes the Grecian Empire, the same as the brass and the leopard of Daniel chapter 7. So if you can read that picture, it goes down chronologically of the kingdoms that came along in our time. So the he-goat had a large horn between his eyes. Now that's not a unicorn. It's just a he-goat with a single horn in the middle of his head. Okay, I don't believe in that. How can I put that? Figment of somebody's imagination. So the remaining kings, when they agree to give their power to the little horn, that's in Revelation 17. Now Daniel 8, we have the vision, remember, of the ram and of the he-goat. The ram is symbolizing Medo-Persia. Remember, the he-goat is, the horn is broken off, and in its place, there's 4 horns grow up out of the place of the one horn. And out of one of them come forth the little horn. The interpretation of these things is this. Are you ready for all this? You got your listening ears on. If you have hearing aids, turn them on. If you've got spiritual hearing aids, turn them on. I see Debbie, she turned hers on already. The ram that we see here having the 2 horns are the 2 kings of Medo-Persia. And the he-goat is the kingdom of Grecia. The great horn that is between the eyes of the first king was Alexander the Great. Okay? And the kingdoms that he ruled of, because he was the founder of the Grecian Empire, that was a great kingdom. Now when that gets broken off, that means Alexander the Great died. Okay, we know he's already dead. Whereas the 4 that stand up, that is the 4 horns that grew on the he-goat instead of the great horn. So we have 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation. So the Grecian Empire it was divided into 4 kingdoms. Okay. But not in Alexander's power. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to their full, a king, fierce of countenance, understanding dark sentences, and shall stand up. That's the little horn that stands up. Shall come out, and he will actually confront the Prince of Princes, that is Jesus Christ. But he shall be broken without hand by Christ when Christ comes back on the second advent. When he comes back down on the second advent to set foot on earth, that's when we know that it's going to be broken forever. Now here's the 4 divisions. After Alexander the Great died, his kingdom was divided into 4 kingdoms. And that happened because he had 4 generals that would rise up, and they divided the Grecian Empire into 4 kingdoms. So we have, the 4 kingdoms are Greece, Turkey, Syria, and Egypt. Okay? Those are the 4 kingdoms that got divided up by his 4 generals that he had. Cassander took Greece and Macedon, and I'm not going to say some of these guys' names right, but it's close enough. Lysimachus took Asia Minor, or present-day Turkey and Thrace. Okay. Seleucus took Syria and Babylonia, and Ptolemy took Egypt. Then you're still looking at this here chart here. The purpose of Daniel 8 over Daniel chapter 7 is to narrow down the coming of the Antichrist geographically from the 10 kingdoms of the future revised Roman Empire. Okay? So 4 of the 10 kingdoms. Daniel 8 and 9 is definitely stated that the little horn will come out of one of the 4 horns. So the Antichrist will come from either Greece, Turkey, Syria, or Egypt. Now I'm going to narrow that down for you, and I'm going to tell you where he's supposed to come from. Does anybody already know? besides Bible studiers? Oh, no, sorry. No, don't say that, because I'm not even going to look after saying that. Bow my head and say, oops, that shouldn't have been said. Daniel 11, we have the vision of the wars between the four divisions of the Grecian Empire. Syria and Egypt who fought together for over a period of 150 years, ended with Antiochus Epiphanes. I call it Epiphany, and if I want to be crude, I can call it Epiphane. Whatever. Who reigned about 165 BC. Then the prophet skips over the end times and pictures the last war that's between Syria and Egypt. Okay? With the result that Syria will finally overthrow Egypt. We're talking about the end times now. Egypt's still standing, Syria's still standing, but Egypt is called the king of the south. Syria is called the king of the north in Daniel chapter 11, verse 36, and chapter 12, verse 13. It definitely identifies the Antichrist as the king of the north. Okay? So Syria, at the end times, the whole purpose of the vision is to show what shall befall your people, that is Israel, in the latter days. Daniel chapter 10, verse 14, it signifies in relationship to the visions of Daniel's chapter 7 and chapter 8, is to narrow the coming of the Antichrist geographically from the 10 kingdoms. So Daniel 7 and the 4 kingdoms of Daniel 8 to the same kingdom of Daniel chapter 11, the Syrian division of the old Grecian Empire, that